want to talk a little bit about the history of the club. I know that we get a lot of compliments, y'all. A lot of compliments on the plaque. You know, everywhere we go, people think it's they want to buy one and put it in the room and hang it up. Even the guy that makes our plaques is like, hey man, these guys, they want to buy them and hang them in the garage. They're not garage souvenirs, it's a car club. Anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna pass the mic over to JJ, one of the other fathers. His dad was one of the fathers, my brother. He's gonna explain to you how the plaque was designed, how the club originated, and he's gonna give you a little lectura on the club, the origination from the club here in San Fernando Valley. All right, so with that further ado, I'll pass it over to JJ. You guys hear me out there? All right, we're gonna take it back a little bit. As a matter of fact, let me grab this camera. So this club was built on barbecues, kickbacks, and working on garage, working on cars in the garage. For those of you that don't know, this club was something my dad always had a vision of. Even when he rolled with another car club, he was always thinking, I'm going to start my own club one day. And I wanted to be stated. He liked that man with the Pachuco on it, right? He liked jutsu. So he goes, we should start a club called Pachuco or something with a jutsu on it. So over the weekend kickbacks that he had at his house, between his compadres from Bomb Club, Dukes, a lot of these guys that know that we're in my dad's garage, including my tío Lupe, a lot of my other tíos, they know how he was, his vision was. Even my homies from the street, my neighbors, we all used to gather around and watch them work on their cars and just have kickback barbecues. That's how this club started. So with that being said, we all decided on a name. His homeboy, Jaime Peralta, was there. And he always had that vision, like, hey, well, let's do it. He was that type of guy to say, let's go, what are you waiting? And my pops was like, my car's not done yet. Let me get my car done, and we'll go out there and represent. So Jaime, his car was the only one ready to go. And he goes, let's get that plaque. Let's figure out a plaque. So we all collaborated, and thanks to Vala, he took that plaque out, and he went out there, and he had it perfected. We had the vision of the name at first. It had the man in the lamp pole behind the name Pachuco. It didn't look right. So we agreed as members that we should put the Pachuco at the end of the deal. So when we did that, Bala went and had it perfected. He had it drawn up. Now this plaque is literally drawn up. Right, Bala? You want to give a little impact when you took that and what you get in and say something about that plaque on the lid? Hey, by the way, thanks for showing that beautiful turnout. Yeah, so what happened was the mastermind was JJ Pacheco Johnny. And I was with Jaime one day and he showed me a rough sketch of the Pachuco plaque. So what I did was I took it over to this one Jaina Karina over in Venice and she did a rough sketch on it. Once the sketch was done, I took it over to one of my homies, Abel. He did the final touch. He added the chin, the cross, la cadena on the pants. After that, we took it over to Baxter and had a plaque made. That's the one Jaime has right now. But when he showed up with that plaque, it was such a beautiful thing. It just shined. It was like a piece of gold, just shining. It was a gorgeous thing. So he went ahead and said, you know what, we'll make two more. So
I had the second one. Ray got the third one. And after that, the Garcia stepped in. Lupe, Johnny, JJ. And obviously, they make the club the way it is today. So many people, they love the Garcias, they respect them. And we are the Pachuco because we all stuck together when we came up with the flag. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. Welcome aboard, everybody that joined us. We're all family, peace, respect. And once again, beautiful turnout like always. With this thing here that we made, it represents how this club started. You see that picture of the bomb with the guys working on it? That was my dad's house. That's how it started. And it was always me growing up, looking up to all my uncles, all his compadres that built cars. And they kept me off the streets doing that. So with that, I looked up to all these guys. But when my dad thought about his vision in his garage, and it was always weekend talk, it wasn't just like kicking back and getting drunk. No, they were serious about it. And then all his co-fathers gave him that encouragement to go for it, do it. And this is what happens. When you plant something and you got solid soil, this room is what grows. It's like a tree, right? And with solid people like our members, it's non-stop. My dad and none of the other members, the original members, wanted it to get this big. They always wanted it to be just 10 members. George Uhas is one of the original members, you know that. And we weren't going to expand. It was always not, let's just keep it in the Valle. And it was always 54 and down, nothing newer. Because Pachuco, you can't run that Pachuco in a Regal or a 64, you know. With all due respect to all the other lowriders, it's a bomb club, and that's what we got. 54 and down, it's gonna stay that way. So that's what we agreed on, and it's never gonna change unless we all vote as one. So with that being said, I had my dad wanted me to say a few things. Thanks to everyone that came out. He's under the weather. He didn't want to come out here and you know, just to make anybody feel uncomfortable because he had a cold. So he wanted me to thank all the families that came out from real far, and he appreciates everybody in this room representing of his vision of what he had. And he wanted me to thank my tío for taking over that leadership in the valley. When he moved up to Antelope Valley, the original two families were started with this. When it started in San Fernando Valley, Antelope Valley was the first one to expand. And it took off from there. From there it went to Ventura, San Diego, Nevada, and it's happy stop. And when you got solid soil, like a tree, when it's growing, ain't nothing gonna stop it from growing. Whether we try to stop it or not, it's not gonna stop. And then we expanded on to the retail. That was just the whole game. When you went from 4 wheels and 2 wheels, we got all the respect. Ain't nothing better than Harleys and Bulldogs. You can't talk that. And then everybody else jumped on that bandwagon when we set that bar up. So there's a lot of history that some of you may not know of how it started and where it started. But it all began in the garage, working on the car, literally. And there was no other way that my dad wanted to change. He didn't want dues. He didn't want nobody paying dues because that always broke up a club. He was in different clubs and it was always about money. He didn't want that. He wanted to keep it like a homeboy club. When you go to his house, everybody pitches in and you got a barbecue. So that's how he wanted his picnics. Just like we did our dance today, all our members pitched in from the San Fernando Valley. And we made this, and that's another thing he wanted me to do, was to thank all the San Fernando Valley members for stepping up and staying committed and united to make this happen so that all our other families can come out here and enjoy this night with us. 20 years strong. We never thought we'd be here. And he wanted me to take the time to thank everybody. And he appreciates every member in this room. Being that we have a few table toppers that we made for some of our members, we were going to give them out. So I got a few right here I'm going to give out right now real quick. So if you see Jimmy's table back there, they're just something for your man cave or for your garage. But we're going to give these. It's on that table to lit up. There's one on my table, but I got lit up when it was lit up instead. But these are just a little appreciation to our gentlemen that came out and wanted to expand our club. But first, I'm going to give one to Vala because we already had a plan to give it to Vala for making that track. And there's one thing you can put in the man cave or whatever you want. The second one I got is from my Uncle Lupe. So my Uncle Lupe, his leadership has gotten this club to where we're at. And without the help of Uncle Lupe and everybody else, we are what we are.
I'd just like to say a couple of things really quick. I don't want to take a lot of time, but I always end up with time, but I'm going to cut it short. In the beginning, I used to see the cars that would show up. Ray, and it was like Ray and Jaime at that time had their cars done. They were going to shows with like 2 cars to every freaking car show. At the time, and I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm not trying to put down any other club or anything, but at the time I was in a different car club. I was in a club called Old Memories. And no disrespect, I give a lot of respect to that club. But if the truth be told, the Garcias are the ones that brought Old Memories to San Fernando. We brought it. You might hear stories out there that, oh no, it was originated somewhere else. That's a lie. The original members know that we, the Garcia brothers, we brought it out here. But the thing was that we wanted the club from the Valle. We wanted the Valley. We didn't want a club that was born and bred in another town. So that's why I decided to come with these guys and support the Pachucos because it was born and bred in the 818. But anyway, with that, I just wanted to give you a recognition right now because you guys have nothing but the utmost respect and love for you guys. And that feeling will never change in my life. Right? So with that being said, I'll pass it to Jake. George, you know the story, man. We're all original. So George wants to say a few words. So
I got about 20 some years ago. And they asked me to do this club. Okay, and I kept saying no, whatever. I lost 2 boys. And somehow I ended up to lose 2 boys. It's hard. But these guys saved my life. And you know what? I was one that somehow I ended up